to what we were going to talk about. We
the
were
fans,
talking about the stadium and the Heinz
Mm-hmm.
Field and stuff. There's going to be a COVID waiver for fans.
They were talking about potentially doing that where fans could sign a waiver to come into the stadium, and they still would obviously have to wear the mask and abide by the social distancing guidelines and things like that. But that's something that I think the Athletic was the one who reported it, that the NFL was thinking about doing that. So yeah, what's your thoughts on that, man? You think that's probably dumb too, right?
What, a waiver? I think the waiver's smart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, with the whole motorcycle thing, you sign the waiver,
Mm-hmm.
you know, NFL is not liable. I know what I'm getting into.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of it. I think it makes sense. Now, you said there's the whole mask thing and the social distancing.
From my understanding, yes.
I mean, like I said, it just makes sense from an NFL standpoint. It's like, all right, I know what I'm going into. I'm going to sign it. There could be some risk here, and NFL is not liable. So that's kind of how I see it.
So for me, I think I don't agree with it. I think it's not a good idea for just a couple of reasons.
For who? The NFL or the fans to sign?
Just in general.
Okay.
Like, regardless of which side. That's like if I'm a bar owner and I'm saying, hey, you sign a waiver to say you're allowed to get drunk and drive home, but I'm off the hook. Okay, but say you drive home while you're drunk, you kill yourself, fine. But what if you crash to that lady that's driving to the grocery store? And then she gets killed because of your actions, but it started because you presenting the opportunity for that waiver. That's my issue. So when we talk about how, okay, even if, you know, we know the athletes are low risk. We know me and you low risk. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of us in our age group that are low risk. That's not the issue. But what about once you leave out of there, though? Where are you going? Are you going to the grocery store? Are you going to the gas station? Are you going back home to somebody that has a compromised immune system? Are you going back or to a grandparent or to a parent that's a lot older that's at risk? It's bigger than just that one individual that comes to the game and signs a waiver saying, hey, I'm good. I'm not worried about it. Because now when they leave out of there, who are they going to come in contact with? We already talked about how I think I forgot it was a big soccer match. It might have been Real Madrid and somebody else. But they had fans there, and they were actually able to trace back from there the amount of people from that game that ended up being directly related to somebody and came in contact with people that had tested positive for it. So for me, that's my whole thought process. It's kind of like, I understand the NFL stand because there's money involved, without a doubt. So that's their operation. But I think it's important for the NFL to take responsibility and say, you know what? Why even let the fans put themselves in that position? It's no different even with the concussion element, right? We talked about how they got the independent arbitrator. So or the independent neurologist. So that way you take the onus off of the team. You take the onus off of the player and you protect that player from himself. You protect that team from themselves. So that way neither one of them do something crazy because of their invested interest in this thing. I think we're talking about fans. We know, man, fans love football. Love football. You think about how many, and it's not just our age group. We talk about, man, this season ticket holders have been holding tickets longer than we've been alive. You know what I mean? But you think about them, man, they're at risk. You think they're not going to want to come to the game. They'll sign a waiver. And now that's on, man, you still feel that's still on your hands when they pass away, if they were to pass away from this. So for me, man, I just think like it's important to not even put people in that situation, not even risk it, because it's not just going to affect the people that are in the stands. But you think about the people that they're going to come into contact with out of it that had nothing to do with it, that didn't sign a waiver. The person was like, heck no, I ain't messing with that, man. I'm cool. I'm chilling at the house. But because they might go to the store together, or they were at the gas station together, or they interacted with each other at a cookout together, or at a function at somebody else's spot, now they risk that whole thing.
I guess that's my thing, though. If you want absolutely no risk, just stay in a room by yourself.
But we're not saying, but why should they have to stay in a room by themselves because somebody else wants to take more risk? Because you want to get drunk and drive home. I should not go to the store? No. That's what you're saying. You're saying stay home, don't take a risk.
No.
What do you mean then?
No. What I'm saying is, so like the person that you would be, maybe your friend or one of your family members, like you just let them know, like, hey, I've been doing this, and this. If you want to meet with me, meet with me. If not, don't meet with me.
So how many people actually say that though?
Huh?
How many people actually tell people?
I don't know, dude. I mean,
let's be real.
I would. I mean,
you would, but not a lot of people would.
I just think it comes down to let everyone make their own decisions.
Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is not a lot of people think like that. If that was the case, it'd probably be a way better society. But not everybody thinks like that. Some people think like, oh man, I do what I want when I want, and I don't need to tell anybody. I'm a grown up. We hear that a lot too.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess the other part of it's like just understanding what, like, understanding, like you said, perception, understanding how people may feel about that, and just be like, I have been out and about. I went to the Steeler game. Like, I don't know what could have happened, what couldn't have happened. So it's either you want to meet with me, like you have a certain amount of risk meeting with me, or just not. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah, but everybody's not telling. Everybody's not talking like that. Everybody's not communicating that. The same way as people that don't wear masks that aren't going to tell you, hey, I wasn't wearing a mask and I was at this spot and I was around somebody that potentially had it.
But even going to the extreme of the grocery store, saying someone that didn't go to the game or doesn't want any risk and they just want to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I mean, there is this whole delivery thing now where someone at
what
the
about
store,
the delivery driver? Say the delivery driver went to the game. Delivery drivers don't go to games now? I know for a fact, man, I got a UPS guy that's my dog. Shout out to him. He'd have been to multiple games. And now he delivering your package? Or say he works for Uber Eats? They delivering your food right to you? You still running that risk?
Well, if they're working for the company, and like we mentioned earlier with, if you're in an organization, you're in a private business, and they say these are the rules for you to operate in this business. If they're wearing the mask, they're wearing the gloves, then I think that's even less risk, almost no risk. If everything is true that is out there, so right.
But what if they don't want to wear the mask?
And
what if their company doesn't make it mandatory that they wear a mask?
I mean, dude, this is just way.
It's
way
layers.
out there. And it's not way
out there. No, it's not. This is realistic.
This is each individual situation. Like and it goes back to what I was saying with just decisions and people and we have this freedom and what we do and what we don't do. That's kind of what it is. If you want complete no risk, I mean, there's probably a way or two you could figure it out if you want complete no risk.
So why should they have to go through all that because somebody else wants to take sometimes not even necessary risk? Like you said, you could watch it at home, right? Did you say you could watch the game at home? Watch the game at home.
Yeah, you can. Exactly.
Watch it at home then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I know, but we're talking about the waiver though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's smart for the NFL to be doing that.
I don't think they should even mess with it. That's me personally.
I mean, what? So you just wouldn't even do anything and just let fans in?
No, what I'm saying, like, I don't think you allow fans if it's not safe. If they can't show that it will be safe, I don't think you allow fans in there personally because of, like I said, the same analogy of, okay, this is my bar. Sign a waiver. I'll let you get as drunk as you want and I'll let you drive home. Whatever happens, happens. That's not right.
How much
that's
is
not
that
ethical.
on the person though that's drinking? Like they're the ones that's drinking the beers.
You realize that you could still get in trouble as a bar owner or as a bartender if you allow a person to get drunk and drive home.
I understand that, yeah.
It goes on both of them because you're the person providing them with that.
I understand that.
So so why is it different with the NFL because it's a sport?
I don't know if I necessarily agree with the bar one as much.
That's, to each his own then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, the person is literally the one drinking the beers.
To each his own, man.
That's all. I mean, I could see where you can have some type of responsibility in it, maybe get a fine. I don't know what the legalities are behind that. I don't think it's the same responsibility. I don't think it should be at all. I think that's extreme. Yeah. So
all I'm saying is, man, everybody has to do their part, man. You can't just say, well, you know what, you're responsible, man. That's on you. I think everybody has to hold their weight just in society in general. It's not just COVID. It's not just when we're talking about the whole bar analogy. I think in general, everybody needs to everybody needs to help out. Everybody needs to do their part.
In an optimal setting, yes, the bartender doesn't serve the extra beers or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you're not always going to be running into like that optimal scenario, and you gotta be taking responsibility for yourself though as well.
Man. Well, hey, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts with it, man.
Yeah, no,
but it's not as simple as just put all the onus on that person, put all the onus on that fan, have them sign a waiver, and they're good. I think it is multiple people that should hold some responsibility with this thing.